channel, guys. Sandor here. So I just want to do a quick May update before the month is gone. I was going to do a video earlier, but we got some pretty warm weather here in southern Ontario right now, so I'm not complaining. But I thought I'd just wait and do it in the evening. So let's see what the temperature is right now. It's cooled down quite a bit. Hold on. All right, so it's about 20, no, it is 27 Celsius. It's almost 8 p.m. here on Sunday. So that's about 85 degrees Fahrenheit, around there, 84, 85 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, still quite warm this late in the evening, but we'll take it. So anyways, like I said, I'm just going to show you guys quickly around the yard here. I'll try to make this a quick video. And then after this video, I'll start getting into some of the palms that I have, and more specifically the ones that I think that a lot of you guys in colder climates should try growing. So that would be a later video, but right now I'm just gonna do a quick video of some of the plants and palms that I have. So this is an orange tree that I've been trying to grow, a miniature orange, since last year. It's really suffering inside, but since I put it out about 3 weeks ago, it's coming around. So some plants definitely love being outdoors better. So anyway, it's coming around. Aloe vera, just your basic aloe there. Citronella plant actually works, believe it or not. So if you guys have one around your area, try picking up a couple. I have 2 more that I wanted to put out. So little cactus, little sitting area here I made for extra shade. Did some trunk cutting here with my washies, Washingtonia robusta. So these guys were in the garage and got cold damage, believe it or not. Which is crazy because it wasn't even that cold. It got down to maybe -2 or -3 Celsius for 1 or 2 nights when we lost power, and so they were really suffering. There was a bit of green on all 3 of these guys, but I ended up cutting them. And I don't think they're dead. I just think that they went into a type of shock. So anyways, trunk cut them. We'll see what happens. This is a Philipra, Washington Philipra from James Palms that he gave me. Yucca filamentosa, Adam's needle. These are cold hardy here. No need to protect them. My Majesty palm, which I miraculously kept alive during the winter indoors, so looking good. And one thing that I found about Majesty palms is, even though they're indoors, you can almost put them out in direct sunlight. I'm not saying to do it, but I noticed the last couple of years, anytime that I bought one from a nursery, I put it right outside. It did fairly well. So yeah, I think they're a lot hardier to the direct sunlight than a lot of other feather palms. But anyways, Majesty palm there. My potted Trachycarpus here, and my maybe 9-foot now Cordyline australis. So I do protect this outside. I don't see many guys in colder climates like mind growing these, so it's kind of nice. A lot of people see these and ask me what they are, and I try to explain to them they're basically just spike plants you see at a nursery, and a lot of people just think they only get to a certain size, but they actually grow into large trees. Maybe not as large as that 50-60 foot silver maple there, but quite large in their natural habitat in New Zealand, Australia, and the UK. But yeah, love it. And getting taller. Probably one of the easiest palms, it's not a palm, plant to protect too. So my hardy bamboo, Fargesia rufa here. As you guys can tell, I did a quick video update on this, and a lot of you guys said don't cut it back. It will green up. And all you guys that said to leave it, you're right. As you guys can see, there's some green coming up on the top and the bottom. A lot more green, so I'm gonna leave it. It's just it's taking its sweet old time, but it'll get there. So yeah, I don't protect this either. It's cold hardy to our zone here in 5B 6A, and this is my I wouldn't say, it's kind of non-tropical. Cannas are, I guess cannas are tropical, but a lot of these plants here are native. Except for the cannas and the bananas here. So I got a baju here and a dwarf, or truly tiny there. Some more cannas there, and then these hostas are obviously, they're hardy here. So rhododendron right there. I don't remember what that is. These are lupins there. So yeah, just a bit of everything here. Bleeding hearts right there. And I was going to plant Encene, but to be honest with you guys, I've tried for the last 3 years, and every time I dry store it, I tend to, they never survive. So I kind of gave up on the Encene. Doesn't mean that I won't get another one, but for now I'm just going to leave it. Yeah, all the ones that I cold stored in the garage, they're all dead. So again, the cold got to them. Like I said, I lost 2 days worth of power to the house back in late December, which happened to be the coldest time of the year for us for 2 days, minus 25 and 26 Celsius, I think we got down to. So garage temperature hit, I think -2 or -3. Not sure. I wasn't here, but I suspect that's what it was. So I lost all my bananas. But anyways, as you guys can tell, I took away the pond. I had a pond here last year. I'm not going to do the pond. Having a small, I used to have a large pond before I put the pool in. I had a pond back there, quite sizable pond, and it was actually pretty easy to maintain. Funny thing is when you get a smaller pond, it's a lot harder. One here I had was, I think, 35-40 gallons, so not very big at all, and water was always evaporating. Constant algae issues, and I didn't think it was big enough for the barbs that I had. So and again, I keep mentioning that we're going to move in a couple of years, so I didn't want to get into any major projects like putting in another pond. So sorry, Chris Stubbings, my friend in Ontario here. I basically was encouraged to put another pond in because of him, but unfortunately I'm not going to do that. And in its place, I have a mystery palm coming, hopefully early June. So you guys can just wait and see. And I'm going to be planting that there. Right now I just got a bunch of Trachycarpus saplings there that I just put in this hole where I'll be putting the palm that I'm getting in June. So anyways, these are Asiatic lilies right there. Oleander right there. This is Washingtonia foliifera there. Little robusta there. That's my Rhapidophyllum hystrix, my needle palm, most cold hardy palm in the world. Sago palm right there. I got some chicken and hens. It's a Yucca foliifera variegated coming up. Another form of hybrid yucca, I'm not sure of that. And hybrid agave, which is cold hardy to our climate. So see how they do this winter. Sable minor, another sable minor. I have some sable minor seedlings in there too. On its 3rd year here. I got some yucca here, Gigantia, which kind of suffered, but it's coming back. Robusta here, Washingtonia robusta. I think I mentioned this. That is a robusta there too, small one. Another sago there. And this is my Chamaerops humilis. As you guys can tell, it's starting to flower there. I got another one over there, so that's ready to flower. So I may brush the seeds with one another and try to propagate some seeds and plant them, see if I can get some seedlings going. We'll see. Yeah, another, oh, sorry, this is oleander here, sorry. Oleander here, Trachycarpus here from James Palms. Sorry, James Palms. In Ontario there, you guys probably know him well. This is from Joe Clemente, Banana Joe from Salt Spring Island. So James gave me these 2 Trachycarpuses about a year and a half ago, I guess now, and so they're doing well. Like I said, they're from Salt Spring Island, Nana Joe. Sent them to James, I think, as seeds. So James grew these from seeds, and I basically adopted these guys from James. He was running out of room. So yeah, pretty cool. Thanks again, James, if you're watching. And this is Chamaerops humilis volcano. So it's kind of a hybrid. A little different than that Chamaerops there. You guys can tell this has some really some spines there. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but hold on here. There you go. So yeah, you can get really poke pretty good with these spines here on the petioles, whereas on the volcano here, that's how you distinguish a volcano from a regular Chamaerops, is there is no spines on the petioles. So that's one way of differentiating the two. But yeah, if you guys are ever wondering, and again, the palm leaflets here are kind of dwarf-like, so yeah, the fronds never really get bigger than that, and they're kind of compact always, so kind of neat. It is a dwarf Chamaerops, basically. So I'll get into this palm a little bit more later on about its history and cultivation and all that, where you get it from. So, and some more here. So this is my Trachycarpus tequila, which took a beating during the winter. I lost power, so again, a lot of these palms suffered because of that. So, and even in the enclosures, but it's coming around, as you guys can tell. Spear coming out there. Fronds are green on this one, and I did have to cut back a few, and along with my Chamaerops humilis here. So this is my third Mediterranean fan palm. Also suffered a lot of cold damage, but is coming around. And it's always nice to see new growth coming out from the spear, or from the crown. As you guys can see, sorry, the crown and the new spears are coming up there. So it's always encouraging to know that it's fighting back. So I had to chop off about a third of the fronds on this guy too, which was discouraging. But like I said, I lost power, and I was lucky that these guys even made it, considering how cold it got. And here's my along with the cold, I also had damage on this probably 8-foot Trachycarpus now. Trachycarpus fortunei via Florida. So it suffered a lot of damage too. I had to hack off a bunch of, I waited till the fronds, a lot of the fronds were basically all brown and dead. So, and again, there's new growth coming out here. I already got about 2 fronds, new fronds on it this year, which is good. It seems like it's really taking off this year. And since I got it, this is its 3rd year. It's probably put on, I did have a marker here at one point, but it used to be about there. It's hard to see, but it's, I got it probably about more than a foot. Here, my sandal is about a foot. Let's check this out. So yeah, I got about a foot of growth on this. Good way to measure, but it works. Yeah, so I got a foot of growth on it since I got it. It did go through transplant shock like a lot of palms do, but it's really starting to take off this year, so I'm quite happy with that. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. I got some cactus in the front, which I'll do a quick video on sometime this week. And then, like I said, I'll get into some of my palms, more specifically what I think you guys should be growing in colder climates if you're really wanting to get into something like this. And for you guys just tuning in for the first time, I do live in southern Ontario, Canada, zone 5B6A, so our winters are quite cold, and a lot of these palms that I have here are all protected during the winter, so they stay outside all winter, and I managed to keep them alive. So that's a feat in itself, and I didn't think I'd be so successful doing anything like this, but seeing other guys doing it kind of made me want to try it too. And I did so I should be honest with you guys, it's not my first attempt on growing cold hardy palms. I should say more specifically, I'm growing bigger ones, taller ones. So when I first started about 30 years ago, trying with palms, I was late teens, early 20s. I experimented with sable minors like this and needle palms. I had no idea what these guys were at the time. I brought them back from Florida, and I just planted them when I lived in Toronto. I just liked the way they looked because they were easy to get across the border without being caught. And I just thought it'd be fun to try growing something like this, not knowing how cold hardy they are. They actually survive without any protection for a couple of years, which I was quite surprised in Toronto, which is a higher zone. I believe it's a 7A, 6B. And I did have it against my house, not knowing that I was creating also a microclimate for these guys. So unfortunately, I did lose them, but I realized that I could start growing and protecting these palms. And fast forward, I started doing that in Alliston, which is about a 5B, 6A climate too, Southern Ontario, and then I started protecting them. So sorry if it's a long story, but that's basically how it started about 30 years ago with me protecting stuff. And then there's a large gap where life happened and I just didn't do any of this stuff. But now I'm getting into the bigger, taller stuff, and it's kind of fun. It's challenging, it's hard work, but it pays off because when you're sitting by the pool or just hanging out in your yard, you really you get a nice vibe with these tropicals, and that's the whole point. So loving what you do, right? Anyways, that's it, guys. Hope your weekend went well and all you guys are doing well. And it was a beautiful day here. It still is. Beautiful night. Actually see the moon up there. And yeah, did quite a bit of swimming today. And that's what summers are for. Actually, it's not even summer. It's late spring. So, but summer-like weather. Anyways, like I said, have a great week, guys. And again, thanks for watching. Hope you guys are all doing well. And wait for another video coming soon. Thanks a lot. Cheers and take care.